Dear mothers and fathers, sons and brothers of the humanity, considering A. The history of the cultural covenant of gods as the foundation and evidence of humanity's settlements on earth. B. The historical conceptions of the Last Judgment, the judgment of the quick and the dead, as a tool for humanity's emancipation to the domain of the earth. Taking as object in judgment in this process the social guidelines of the international state of law in the condition of basis of the human justice to be legitimized by the people of the nations of the earth. Proposing the holding of a conference of the justice of divine forces and the strength of wisdom and human science as jury court. Identify historically the UN as a postulant of the process and the following petitions. A. The legitimation and consequent integration of the social guideline of the international state of law by their phase division and cultural scientific. B. The integration of these forces on the organization and systematization of the strengthening and improving the overall structure of the UN for international governance of the planet and for the democratic representation of the people and human and of governments, families, and communities of Earth as an autonomous states of the universe. And by identifying the status, legitimacy, and integrity of the Pope Francisco to act as justice of the peace and reconciliation of the two systems in its capacity of Vatican chief or state and guardian more of the alliance of consummation, a guardian of the historical commandment of God and of the popular wisdom about the conduct and the human dignity recognized by the alliance. This is the central point of reflection that I proposed for all, mediated by the data presented to you in the previous videos. The establishment and development of a cultural journey of assessment and integration of social guidelines of the international state of law by religious forces, philosophical, humanistic, and knowledge and wisdom of the traditions and cultural divisions existing on the planet for the creation, the cultural unity of the earth. Specifically, the construction, sustainability, and development of the international state of earth under the auspices of divine justice and human justice, the auspices of ancient history and modern history, the history of God and man. In practical terms, this means numerous religious leaders, political and economic of state and government, officially meeting with a formal commitment to build and witness together the transcendent nature of the international state, Earth, on the current process of economic and social globalization of peoples and nations. As we have seen, this perspective is marked on the one hand by the Master Plan of Alliance Consummation protected by the Vatican State, and on the other hand by the social guidelines of the Sustainable Development Agenda post-2015 UN, defined by the people and nations of the earth. In this context, I will add to these records some proposals of a draft action for evaluation, study, and use by the persons and interest forces, the Arc Plan of Nations. The main directions of the Arc Plan of Nations is the social organization of the Earth's global demographic as a universal state. The major requirement of the current globalization process historically addressed to the UN. In other words, it is the structuring of the United Nations system and religions, ordinances, cultural, humanistic and scientific of Earth for the organization, direction and development of the social settlement of humans on the planet, in the following sense. Take over the direct action of constitution, integration, development and sustainability of unity, dignity and international justice and interreligions of Earth's peoples over the births and life settlements, identity, social relationships and deaths of the current and future generations and human institutions. Take over processing and maintenance of unity and dignity of human beings of Earth, as well as the security of peace, sustainable development, and democratic global governance within the state of law. Are now 7 billion peoples and its divided or integrated generations, in or by families, groups, communities, companies, enterprise, and multi-ethnic identities, multi-religious, and multilateral interests within and outside the planet. Peoples that lives, works, moves, and communicate in and through different states, different service and territorial and institutional communities, inside and outside the Earth, in different situations of space, time, identity, and conditions of language, freedom, and life. Different conditions involve instincts, emotions, feelings, sexuality, relationships, choices, and decisions. What you have here is a type of organization that is in the realm of the metaphysical laws, ethics, and of conduct of humankind, an area outside social competence, economically organized upon the laws of market and competition. So, the action proposals that are in the Art Plan of Nations will be very different of the proposals that we have discussed in the UN conference held about environment and economic sustainability. In the next video, I will be presenting to you the basic proposal of this plan. Keep following the videos and thank you for the invaluable attention.